Just a little look at my room, where I'm going to be spending the next 2 weeks.
Not a bad view, but a very small space in which to be isolated for a fortnight. From behind the fence of his student accommodation block, Dominic Walden told me the first inkling they had was when security guards appeared on the gates on Friday evening. A few hours later, they were told by email they couldn't leave.
It feels like they've kind of just panicked and thought, OK, there's been a rise in number of cases, we're just going to lock it down. So I think if they gave it a bit more thought and consideration, like, people would not be quite as angry.
With supermarket delivery slots now few and far between, those who can rely on nearby relatives for supplies are doing so. Among them Olivia, whose housemate tested positive for Covid-19 on Friday afternoon. Others there have fallen ill since.
You're sort of semi-resigned to the fact that you're quite possibly going to catch it.
Yeah, it's because we have just the one kitchen, and like, we do clean it. It's cleaned every morning. We clean it throughout the day, but you can't like be 100% like clean it completely.
I put students' frustrations over a lack of communication and testing here to their Vice-Chancellor.
What would you say to students who are worried about mixing and scared actually about catching COVID from others in their vicinity?
I think my message to students will be that your well-being is our top priority. Please do respect the rules around social distancing as best you can. We're working on bringing testing into the halls at the earliest opportunity.
Around 1,700 students here have been told to isolate for a fortnight after more than 120 have tested positive for Covid-19. There have been outbreaks at schools of other universities too across the UK, and with the new term just beginning in some places, that number is surely set to rise.
With first-year lectures here at Manchester Met currently online, students are questioning their tuition fees.
We're not using university campus facilities. I don't really feel that it's necessarily worth the £9,000 that we have to pay.
Manchester Metropolitan has now announced financial support for each student, a rent rebate for their time self-isolating, with additional funds for supplies. The government says decisions about tuition fees are for each individual university to make. Catherine Jacob, 5 News, Manchester.